Hello everyone, this is Kerry Anderson. Hope you all doing well. In today's video, I'll be talking about 15 undeniable signs you have a deep soul connection with someone. So, if you like the video related to manifest power, I would like to request you all please to subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon, or give thumbs up so that I will come up with more and more videos with lots and lots of information. So, here we begin. Let's go. 15 undeniable signs you have a deep soul connection with someone. Have you ever felt connected to someone in a way that makes you feel like you have known them your whole life? If so, then there is a good chance that you have a deep soul connection with that person. It is said that soulmates are people who we feel deep connections with and an instant understanding of one another. We all have different ways of showing your love for others, but if the following 15 signs apply to you, then it may be safe to say that your special person is your soulmate. The first part, you have the same core values and belief. Just think back to the way you felt when you first met that person. How similar did it feel to being in a relationship with them? If it felt really familiar, that's probably because you have the same core values and belief. If you share the exact same core values and belief, then there's a high chances you have a deep spiritual connection with each other. These may be things like family, health, and nature, but they can also be deep emotional truth. For example, if your partner has a shy personality, then you will most likely have a similar personality. One of the most defining traits of soulmate is that they share similar core value and beliefs. So once you found one, you will always know where to find the one. The second part, your soulmate inspires you to be a better person. Have you ever felt as if there was a fire in your soul? That's because there is something inside of you that wants to be better and be the best version of yourself. While this ability to inspire others can come from the deep relationship with your soulmate, it can also come from simply being around them. Soulmates are very supportive. Even when you mess up, they encourage you to excel and grow as a person by helping you believe in yourself. Soulmate will always be there for you even if they don't agree with your choices. If someone inspires you to be a better person, then that person is most likely your soulmate. The third part, you recognize them. Another defining trait of soulmate is that you can recognize them. Many people have a difficult time recognizing them, but if you are lucky enough to know how your soulmate looks like, then it will be easier to meet up with them. But how can you know for sure you have met your soulmate? The truth is, we can waste a lot of time and emotions with people who ultimately were not compatible with. Finding your soulmate is no easy task, but what if there was a way to get absolute confirmation? I have just stumbled upon a way to do this. A professional psychic artist who can draw a sketch of what your soulmates look like. Even though I was not convinced at first, my friend convinced me to try it out a few weeks ago. Now I know exactly what my soulmate looks like. It's crazy that I recognize him straight away. If you are ready to find your soulmate. So the next part is you lose your breath for a moment when you seeing them. It becomes more difficult to breathe after looking into someone's eyes and witnessing their soul. This is one of the first indication that your soulmate is approaching. It's as though time has stood still for a split second when your universe collides. You lose track of going on. You can't help but be perplexed as to why this individual is stealing your breath. So, and you can't believe what you were seeing right before your eyes. So, it's because the tremendous feelings you are experiencing are being carried away by the energy of your karmic link. So the feelings will be strong, which is to be expected given that you have finally located your missing puzzle piece. So as time passes and your breathing returns to normal, you will notice something. The person in front of you possesses a piece of your soul. Then it comes to the fifth part. You keep thinking about them. It's hard to concentrate on anything else when you are thinking about someone, especially a soulmate. Maybe it's a bit harder to focus on school or work. Maybe you are thinking about them all the time. Maybe you have one word repeatedly running through your head: I love you, or a soulmate. Or maybe there is just one image that keeps playing in your mind repeatedly, which makes it harder for you to concentrate on anything else. For example, maybe it's just their face, or maybe it's their voice. The reason for thinking about them all the time is because the soulmate wants to be with you, so you need to work harder in order to for that to happen. Then it comes to the sixth part. You feel happy and at home around them. Your soulmate is the first person that makes you smile after a long day and offers peace of mind when things get tough. At this point, you realize you can't help but feel happy around them, and you feel like you are just coming home after being away for a long time. You feel more at home with them than anywhere else you have been. It's as if your home was actually with your soulmate, because that is where the truth of who you are resides. They bring joy and strength to your life, which is because they are part of your soul. And when you're around them, you feel happy and at home. You might even break out into giggles or start daydreaming about them from time to time. But it's all because of how much these individuals or two individuals mean to you. Then it comes to the seventh part. You might even have the same dreams and goals. You're not going to be exactly the same person as a soulmate, but you will have some of the same dreams and goals. Maybe that's because you have the same values and belief, or maybe it's because you both joined the same religious group and are part of the same community. Whatever it is, your dreams and goals will mostly likely be bonded with your soulmate's dreams and goals because of how much you want to be together. If you often wish to travel, visit somewhere new, or do something that you haven't done yet, then there's a good chance that the person has similar dreams and ambitions too. Then it comes to the eighth part. You have a deep longing to be together even though when apart. If you just have to have each other's company, or if the idea of being apart for even a short time makes your heart attack, then that could be another sign that you are soulmate. Let's dig a little deeper. You get a strong feeling in your stomach that something is missing when you are apart from them. You miss them. So you want to miss them. You just want them in your life. Something happens to your body, which is like an itch that you can scratch when you want to be alone. It's as if there is the fire inside of you that needs to be filled immediately. The only way to do so is by being with your soulmate, because it's truly one soul in two bodies. Then it comes to the ninth part. You feel so confused. What exactly happened? Your feelings appear to be all over the place. These are the ones you are most prone to experiencing. You will lose track of what you wanted to say. You will notice a difference in your body language. Your body will tremble and you will be unable to control it. Your emotions will show that you may feel compelled to cry. Your heart is squealing with joy. You're overjoyed and can't believe it's actually happening to you. So how are all of these things possible? Don't worry, everything is absolutely normal. Your soul is aware of what's going on, but has not yet communicated with your brain. So it's no surprise that you are perplexed as you try to figure out what's going on and why you are feeling this way. But once you grasp what's going on, you will be able to relax. Then it will be feel like you're at home and you will be protected. Your heart and mind realize that things are finally fitting into place after years of wandering and wandering around. And when that happens, you will feel an extraordinary sense of calm. Then it comes to the 10th part. You have a deep connection to the way they think. If you see the world in similar manner as the soulmate does, then there is a great chance that both of your souls have been together in one form or another many times before. And because of the way their souls communicate, you can trust that they are thinking the same things, which is why you both seem to understand each other so well. You feel like your brain is being programmed by an alien, or maybe your soulmate is using telepathy to make you think differently about certain things. When this happens, it brings about a great sense of unity and peace. Maybe you both think the same way and similar goals, or maybe you both are into the same kinds of activities. Whatever it is, doesn't matter, because this is exactly what your souls need to know, that they are thinking in a similar way. Then it comes to the 11th part. There's a great communication between you two. If there is one thing that you and your soulmate have in common, it's the way you communicate with each other. Maybe you both love to write letters or call, or maybe it's all about the phone calls. It could be all of the above and more. Communication is so important because it allows you to know what's going on in their mind. You need to know that they're thinking the same thing as you are. And the best part is, you two can talk about anything without being judged. You have always been able to communicate well with each other. There's a mutual trust between the two of you that makes it easy to open up to each other. Then it comes to the 12th part. The silences are comfortable. Let me guess. You will be uncomfortable or shy when having nothing to say with a person next to you. Maybe you will try to make up for the silence by making small talk, only to realize that you are not on the same page. But with the soulmate, there is no feelings of silence because the soul understands what's going on around you. And even if your brain's stoned, your soul will be communicating in other ways, and it makes everything seem natural. And we all have experienced the peacefulness that comes from spending time with someone when you no longer feel the need to fill in all the gaps with conversation. And I think it's usually something that evolves with time as we become more comfortable with each other. However, there are occasions when we don't even have to work toward this, and it happens in a matter of seconds because you are both enjoying one other's company so much. It's possible that you haven't yet had any peaceful silences. However, you may still know that you may simply enjoy their company and be content with that. Then it comes to the 13th part. Sparks fly when you are together. Let's talk about when you two are together. What happens to you? The scintillating energy of passion is what makes everything that much more exciting. Your soulmate seems to ignite a spark that makes your entire body talk. You don't seem to be able to control this, and you don't even want to. It's as if your bodies are drawn together by some kind of magnetic force. It's impossible to ignore it, and you are happy about that. The chemistry is just right, and you can feel it coming from within every time you see them or talk to them. You head towards a deep connection, and by doing so, the physical attraction will take place naturally. Then it comes to the 14th part. You do enjoy each other's presence. The presence of each other is not just a feeling, it's an actual fact. You can see that it's true when you take note of your bodies or the way your hearts beat together. Whatever you do, you're always drawn to being with your soulmate. This is what you are hoping for and striving for. You may still be saying that you are not sure if this is love there, but there's a good chance it is. It seems to be that your souls are meeting for the first time, and it's just exciting now as it was when you were young. Your souls are simply attracted to each other and want to know more about them. The more your souls learn about each other, the stronger the bond will become. With this bond comes an even greater sense of excitement. The best thing about this is that you will always have each other when you go or wherever you go. You will never have to go through a phase of wondering if the person texts or next to you is missing him or her too. What you believe to be love is not necessarily on the same level with what your soulmate believes to be love. It doesn't mean that they don't have love for you, they do. Last not least, you fall in love with them immediately. Love takes time to grow, but when you meet your soulmate, you instantly fall in love. You know it's true. When you meet their eyes and you feel the warmth of love at the same time, you may not know where they are from, although that doesn't matter because you have hopes and dreams for the two of you together. And like all great romances, you can only move forward in relationship through conscious action on your part. You know how your heart wants to skip a beat. When you open the door to your soulmate, you can feel that it starts to race when there's an empty seat in the next row of a movie theater. It happens when you first see their face or even their voice. You can't stand still. You may have trouble keeping your eyes open, but this attraction is natural and holy. It never seems to go away for long. However, there's one thing for sure, the truth is rather different. Everything is not perfect or picture perfect out of the box. We can't expect a relationship to be flawless unless we put in the effort. In order to be prepared to have a relationship, there are certain things that you must do to be ready to meet your soulmate. So love yourself first. You cannot love someone else unless you love yourself first. When you find the person who will be your soulmate, you want them to feel loved and appreciated just as much as anyone else in their lives. Therefore, if you're not able to do that for yourself, how can you do it for someone else? Maybe you need to work on the most important that you will ever have before you can fix the others. So one you have with yourself. So why should you listen to another life-changing advice? Well, so that's all about the manifest power in this video. I hope you all liked. I'll definitely come in the next video with the another content. Till then, God bless you. Bye bye and take care.